Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sumit and this is my new video in Cursor AI tutorial series. So the topic for today video is that how do we build epics and test classes using Cursor AI. So before I proceed, question that are you still writing epics classes using are you will be still writing the epics and the test classes manually? What if I told you that we can generate a complete Apex class and the test class in minutes using Cursor AI? So in today's video, I will show you how do we use Cursor AI to build an Apex class, to generate a test class, to achieve the high code coverage, which is very important, and to follow the Salesforce best practice. As you know, that whenever we create any test class or whenever we create any Apex class, and before we move that class from sandbox to production, it should cover minimum 75% code coverage, but we are going to target for 100% code coverage. So let's get started. What are we building today? So in today, we will be going to create an Apex class, generate a test class using Cursor AI, review and validate the generated code, and deploy and check the code coverage. So let me give you a business scenario here, business requirement. So my business requirement is there is an account object here, and I would like to create a new Apex class in order to add a new account by passing account name and phone as a parameter. And so first we create an Apex class, then we create a test class for that, and also we'll be going to test the class Apex class by passing anonymous code. Okay, so for that, what we'll do, let me switch to Cursor AI. So this is the Cursor AI which we installed and configured in a previous video. And you can see I'm already ready with my project. So now it's time to start creating an Apex class by using AI, by using Cursor AI. Now there are two possible ways. Either we can use the traditional method. We can right click on the classes, then we can create an Apex class, and then at the same time we can create Apex unit test class. Both ways will be fine. Or else we can take help of AI. And how do we do this? Over here, I click on toggle agent sidebar, and I'm going to click on new agent. So I click on new agent. This is my agent. Now here I need to write a requirement. So here I write a requirement. Requirement is create an Apex class to add new account, to add record into an account object by passing account name and phone as a parameter. Also check account name cannot be left blank. Number one, okay, account name cannot be left blank. And phone number, uh, phone number, phone number, you can say phone number will be in a phone number, phone number will follow international, international format and hit enter. Now, when I hit enter, based on my request, what happened? It will start creating an Apex class. Let's see now. So it's planning the next move. It takes some time because it's a AI. So obviously it will be thinking, and whatever instructions we have given, based on that instruction, it will try to create an Apex class for us. And you can see the process begin. And what it is saying that I'll look at your current Salesforce project structure to play the class in the right folder, create an Apex class with a method that insert an account using name and phone, validation, account name, required and phone international format, plus a small test class to verify behavior. See, although I haven't defined anything about test classes, but it is doing it automatically. And we can also check it out. So it is going to look for the file if the file already exists somewhere in these, and if not, then it's checking it out right now. And once it didn't found any class, the existing class, then it will be going to create a new Apex class for us along with the test class. Let's see. So it will take some time. So SFDC project and skip this. So as you can see, after the process completed, you can see our Apex class is ready along with the test class. So it's interesting. You can see my Apex class is ready. When I click on this account service Apex class, I'm able to see a class here. And you can quickly follow this class. You can quickly check this class and final pattern, phone pattern. So this is the class name. And what are we doing? In this class name, there's a function called create account function. And in this function, we are passing two parameters. I'm check. So here it is checking the phone number, that the phone number cannot be blank. The phone should be in a proper format and is a validate phone function. So if you want to keep this, click on keep. So I click on keep. That means I'm okay with this class. And at the same time, if we look at the meta.xml file, which is a class, it says it is active. We can keep this also. Then the interesting part is there is an automatic test class also has been created here. So when we click on account service test class, this is a test class. And this test class has been created for covering 100% code coverage. And there's a meta XML file and keep it. So in short, our Apex class is ready. And once the Apex class is ready, in order to validate this, what do we do? I'm going to save this, save all, and we will be going to deploy this on our, see this, it says view the agent output. Okay, so it is done successfully. I'm going to save this, and then finally, I'm going to deploy this class, everything onto my Salesforce org. So it will deploy the class along with the test class. You can see all these four files, the account service.cls, account service CLS meta.xml, test class, and the test service test .cls meta XML has been deployed successfully onto our org. So let me close this. And now let me switch back to my Salesforce environment. So I switch back to my Salesforce environment, and now I'm going to validate this. So therefore, in order to validate this, I will open developer console. And what is the class name? The class name is account service class. This is our class name. Okay. So this is our class name. So I'm going to open this class here. Let me close the existing one, open. And if you can see, I'm getting the account service and test class. So I'll just open both of them one by one, account service test class. Now, first of all, I just want to check the code coverage for this class, because right now, if I'll just see account service class, this is a 0%. For this service class, 0%. So when we execute this service test class, we'll see, are we getting 100% code coverage or not? Now you can see account service class getting 100% code coverage. That means the our test class has been successfully implemented, and it's so all the operations which we used to do manually while writing the test classes, it is done automatically. Interesting. Now, I just want to test this Apex class. Now, in order to test this, we need to test it by using anonymous window. And I'll tell you what, we can generate the anonymous code for test by using this AI. I just write here, provide me, provide me a code, provide me anonymous code to test to run Apex class, So I'm going to get this anonymous code. Let's have a look. And this is the code. Try it's saying that, okay, we can test it. I'm going to copy that. And then, okay, I just copy that and I just copy that, and then I'm going to paste this code back onto Salesforce in the anonymous window and open log and execute this. And we'll see now. It says debug only. I'll just check it out. See, it says created account ID is this. And I just want to verify this from here also. So I'll just say new this week. And the account we added at that is the account name we added, that was test account, and the phone number is this. Let's check it out. So test account and phone numbers. So what we have done, we have successfully created an Apex class along with the test class by using Cursor AI. And also what we did, we validated the code coverage. Now, why it is powerful? The reason is traditionally writing Apex class, it will take 15 to 20 minutes, depends on the logic. Writing the test class, again, it will take another 30 to 40 minutes. But with Cursor AI, both will be done under 10 minutes. So that's a real productivity environment. So important, the AI will help you to write your code, to generate your Apex class, to generate the test class. But remember one thing, don't forget to check the logic, follow the naming conventions, right? Avoid the hard code IDs, check the edge cases, and validate the bulkification. This all operation will be doing manually. So AI accelerate the developers, but it will not replace them. Remember this thing. So if someone is thinking that Cursor AI will replace developers, no, it won't. Cursor AI will help the developers to customize the code, to prepare the code quickly, but it's not going to replace developers completely. So that's all in this video. If this video helped you, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and subscribe the channel, subscribe this video, and subscribe for more Salesforce AI tutorials. And please comment AI developers in the comment window if you really like this video. And I will see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep developing. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.